Solid win for our team. Really challenged our guys, before the game that let's not look past this to the next trip, but really be ready to play today and make sure that we establish the way the game's going to be played in the first 8 to 10 minutes. And I thought our guys did that. Missed a couple shots early, but defensively I thought we were very good, especially in the first half. And once we got a little bit of a lead, I thought we played with a real free mind and relaxed and shared the ball, and guys made plays, and it was a fun day. It's always nice to have guys on your team get rewarded for their hard work, and obviously we had some guys at the end of the bench that got to play a little bit tonight that more than a minute, but got some time, and was really fun for them and good for our team spirit. So tonight was a good day.
Coach, you said that smaller teams like this can sometimes be tough challenge for guys like Trey, bigger guys, but he seemed to really be able to exploit his size in their sparring career high.
He had a good matchup with one of the guys on their team, and I think he just needed a little bit of success. He's kind of gotten into games. He's been a little anxious, and he's fouled a lot, and so it's really taken him out of rhythm. Tonight he did a better job of not, we didn't have any illegal screens. He really walled up and defended better. And then we were able to, as the game wore on, we really tried to throw it inside to him. We kept telling our guys, hey, look for Trey on rolls and seals. And he did a good job of catching and finishing. And he needed this. He needed a game like this where, he played well, and he's been working really hard, and he's improving. And, I'm just glad that he was kind of rewarded for that today.
Was the best thing to see the guys have that killer instinct there and going
Yeah, it was
down the
good.
run?
I told our guys right at the outset when we were talking about this game 2 days ago, hey, we're clearly more talented than these guys, but they've been able to play guys, into the second half because they can make some shots. And if you're not guarding at a high level right away, these guys make a few, all of a sudden you're going to have some game pressure, and they're going to feel confident and loose. And I thought we made it hard for them early. I just don't think we gave them. They had a couple good looks, but not enough significant ones to build any kind of rhythm. I didn't think we were particularly great offensively the first 6 or 7 minutes, but once we kind of made a couple shots and relaxed, then we played very well the last 10 minutes of the half, and played with much more confidence and maintained our defensive intensity. Now, we didn't have the same intensity in the second half. It was a little bit less. But the thing that we talked about in the second half was, hey, we had 4 turnovers at halftime. We want to keep it under 10. We ended up with 9. So we really kind of talked more about offensive execution and just moving the ball. And we wanted to get some other guys in the game. And when they got in the game, make sure that they didn't turn the ball over. So that was a big part of what we tried to do in the second half, and I thought we got that done.
What's your thoughts on Al and Max play as far as how they kind of float in the game?
They played well, and Al is still learning a lot, and he takes a few quick shots that drive me crazy, and we're still trying to kind of teach him things about flow and rhythm and getting other guys involved and moving it and getting to a second and third side. But some of that he does because he's confident, and he's a fearless player, and I'd much rather be coaching a guy like that than a guy who's scared and a guy who's nervous, and he's not that. He wants to go make plays, and so his aggressiveness more times than not works to his advantage, and I thought he played very well tonight. This is a game where he could have gotten extremely loose, but he maintained pretty good composure and discipline, and made a couple shots, got into some good things, and really helped us early. And then Tevin, as you mentioned, I think he just played very efficiently with his shooting. What was he, 6 for 9 today, 3 for 6 from 3. Did a nice job of finding his spots, and our guys did a good job of getting the ball.
What can you say about Chase? I know he didn't play tonight.
He's had a foot issue that's been bothering him that we've been monitoring, and he hadn't practiced leading into the game. I only dressed him as an emergency in case something happened where somebody else got hurt and we foul trouble, and he was only going to play in the second half if we got to that point. Just because we really only have 8 scholarship players right now playing, and we're a little bit down that way, and that's why we've got Wells in the lineup, and you know, he did some good things today. You never know, he might be a guy that sneaks out there. So, you know, we just are kind of battling a lot internally. It's been a little frustrating because I think, you know, we've been trying to get better, but we've kind of had these setbacks with injuries and guys missing practice, and we just don't have enough guys for that with the ACL guys and Nick Honor. So it's been a little hard here the last 2 weeks.
Couple games now, you shot really well from three, especially in the first half as a team. How encouraging is that going forward?
Yeah, I think it's important. I think, you know, we need to shoot a solid percentage. You know, we need to just continue to have a mix to our game, driving the ball to the paint. You know, we're not going to be as big as some teams. So we've got to do other things, score off our defense a little bit. You know, as long as we're taking good threes, you know, that's good. And I do think we're a team that can make some. And again, tonight was another night where we did that.
Where did Wells come from? And the energy he kind of brought to the bench was very evident tonight. Where did he come from? How did you guys find him?
Well, he's been here. He was a bridge student, I think, his first year, and then he was a guy, to be honest with you, that was has kind of been a manager. And we already had a couple guys, really 3 guys that were already walk-ons, but all of them are kind of, it's ironic, they're all kind of like 3s and 4s and 5s with Paul and Parker and O'Neal. And so he was kind of a guy we were grooming to, like, hey, we'll probably make you a walk-on next year, but we've got enough guys this year, just, you know, be part of the program. We'll get you into some drills and let you do some things with our guys. And if you still really want to be a player, you're going to earn it. And I've done this with Riley McGillen and some other guys that you kind of don't just get to be on the team and travel and do all this stuff. You got to eat your vegetables first and find out if you want to really be a part of it. And he's been fantastic. And when he's done manager stuff, he's handled those duties really well. And you know, he's been competitive when he's done things with our team, and our guys really like him. And that was evident by when he was playing today. The guys were excited for him. So he's a tough, competitive guy, and he's a guy that we think can help our team.
Looks like he got a little winded there.
Yeah, we had a bunch of guys getting winded there. Trey got a little winded. He got a little winded. Even Hunter got a little winded there late. So nervous energy as well as the excitement of making a couple buckets.
Coach, you're in Vegas on Sunday, pretty quick turnaround, and not going to be back here home until for like 3 weeks, middle of December. How tough is that?
Yeah, we got this is a tough stretch. Obviously, we started the year with the young team that we had, knowing, hey, let's we're going to have the ACC game first, and then let's have a couple weeks where we stay at home and try to play and get comfortable playing and practicing and not adding travel into it. And now we're kind of at that point where, hey, we're going to go do the trip in Vegas and then Minnesota, and I think Florida State might be next. So we've got a lot going on here for the next couple of weeks. Combine that with the end of the semester, so our guys will really be busy. But you know, it's time for us to go do that. It's the next step in the process for our team, and you know, we're certainly going to step up in competition here these next 2 weeks. We're going to play some very, very good teams. So you know, wish we were a little healthier right now, but we're just going to go do the best we can and go compete.
Any more questions?
Coach,